the Pygmalion Effect, which, to be honest, when I first heard it, was not what I thought it would be about at all, is the effect that we will rise or fall to the level of those that around us believe we are capable of. And it is an interesting one, because I think it comes back to things that we've spoken about before, that, you know, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And I think that is a very powerful thing. And it's why we need to choose who we spend time with carefully. I've discussed this one before. It doesn't necessarily mean that the people that you spend your time with have to be of the highest level, but they do have to be pushing forward. They have to be rising up and chasing more and pursuing more. They don't necessarily have to be of the highest level, because, as I had a discussion with one guy about, it means that you would be dropping friends left, right, and center as you elevated, and/or they'd be dropping you. Because if you're the bottom rung, well, they're gonna be choosing it based on your level as well. But that's not what it's about. It's not necessarily that they have to be of a higher caliber than you in that area, but they have to be excelling and pushing and rising up so that you can rise and elevate together. But the Pygmalion Effect is why it also matters who you choose to be in your circle. Because we've spoken about the crabs in a bucket effect before, which is that, and I've seen this firsthand, and it's sad and it's hard for a lot of people to handle, is that as you progress forward, as you excel, as you go into these kinds of things, those around you will often try and bring you down. They'll discourage your growth and try and prevent you from excelling. And often it's due to the fact of that you are highlighting to them that, well, they're not doing the things. They're not making the choices. They're making excuses. That they go, I can't change, I can't excel, I can't do the things because, of where we are, my circumstances, my genetics, or whatever the fuck the reason might be. And when you do it, it highlights that, no, it's just a fucking choice. It's not that they can't. It's not that they aren't capable of making a change in their life. They're actively choosing not to. And we've spoken many times that this is the harsh reality of this life. That everybody has the capacity to change. Everybody has the capacity at any moment to take control of their life and do the things that are necessary. The question becomes, what level do they want to play? What level of things are they willing to give up that do not serve them to reach that goal? And the answer is, for most people, nothing. The answer for most people is that they are unwilling to change. They are unwilling to do the things that are required to become the person that they want to do. They want to be. They are stuck in, comfortable sedation. Good enough. The alpha beta paradox? No, the beta B paradox, something like that, where you're comfortable enough, so therefore you won't change. You won't do the things to push yourself into the next realm because, it's good enough where you're at. Sometimes to actually force the change, to become the person you need to be, you have to get really, really uncomfortable. You have to reach a point where you're like, fuck, I have no other choice other than to change, because I cannot continue to be that person. I cannot continue to stay stuck in this place in life. And when it comes to changing, well, it's why you need people in your corner who are going to support you. And it's why I often find people who excel in multiple areas often have very small friendship groups. I often find the people who are like, I have, hundreds of friends, are the ones who A, are very lonely, B, have really shallow connections, and C, don't often excel. The reason being is that you need people who will believe in you, who deeply know you, and who are willing to back you for it. As I said, the Pygmalion Effect, the ability to rise or fall to the level that people believe you are capable of. Now, I know for a fact that I was incredibly lucky in this, that I found my person when I was 21 years old, that I found my wife, and she has believed in me, often when I have not given her evidence to believe in me, that I could do this, that I could pull off this life. And as I've discussed many times before, I am not even remotely satisfied with where we are at yet. But I've pulled off things that nobody thought I could, except her. That, I retired my wife when we had our daughter. And that was our deal, that I promised her that when we had kids, she'd never have to work again if she didn't want to. And that's exactly what happened. You need someone in your corner. And sometimes, and I've seen this in other areas, you might have to pay for that right. You might have to pay to have that person in your corner who believes in you often more than you do, who has your back, who uplifts you and holds you to the standard and goes, no, you can do this. Not only can you do this, you must do this. You are capable of so much more, and we will not let you settle. As I've spoken before, the highest form of love is not accepting them as their lowest form. It is raising them up to their highest potential. It's holding their feet to the fire and going, no, you are capable of more, thus you must do more. You must be more. You must elevate to a higher level. And lots of people don't want to do that. It is calling them out in the moments when it would be easier to let it be. It is holding them true to what they are capable of, what they said they would. And it's weathering the storm, because you know that that is what they need. You need to find people who will hold you to that standard. You need to find people who will believe in you, who will help you raise up to your higher standards so that you don't fall past your potential. We all have potential for greatness in this life. The question is, are we willing to step up and do it? And do we have people in our corners who are going to hold us to those standards? As I said, I'm one of the lucky ones. I found that really early on. And I have had my beautiful wife in my corner for 13 years now. And that's a rarity. And I am well aware of that, especially in today's age. To find the love of your life, your other half, and that be it. But that's the reality for me. So I get to continue pushing forward. I get to continue elevating. I get to continue pushing my limits and seeing what I'm capable of, because I have her in my corner, knowing that no matter what I do, no matter how I show up, she believes in me and will continue to push me forward to rise to those highest levels. And that's what you need as well. You need someone in your corner who is going to not only believe that you can do it and will do it, but then will hold you to the standard to weather the storm, to love you regardless and tell you the truth that you are capable of more and thus must do more, must be more, must elevate to more. Because this is a hard road. Making changes is a difficult process. Completely transforming your life requires you becoming a different person. We've spoken about that before. It literally requires you to step in and become a new version of yourself, to say goodbye to the old version and let them go. You need someone in your corner who believes in you, that you are not only capable of it, but worthy of it. And then will hold you to that standard to continue to support you to do those things. So my question becomes to you, do you have someone in your corner who can and will do that for you? And if not, how can you acquire them? Do you need better friends? Do you need to hire a coach? Do you need to put someone in your corner while you take this challenge? Because there are going to be days, many days, and way more days than you want to admit, where you will doubt yourself, where you will struggle, where you will question whether you can do this, whether it's worth it, whether this is the decisions that need to be made. And you need A, a reason that is bigger than you, and B, someone in your corner who will hold you to that standard so that you continue to push forward, so that you continue to do what is necessary, so that you can demand greatness of yourself and pursue something greater than you. So my question is, do you have it? And if not, how? How can you acquire it to become the greatest version of yourself, to start demanding greatness of yourself in this life? Because you have great potential. And, it's not the exact quote from Spider-Man, but with great potential comes great responsibility. Because everyone you know who loves and adores you deserves that version of you. The question is, are you going to elevate for it? Are you going to step up and start demanding greatness?